Hey, hopefully this is interesting, but I thought I'd show how I am using LinkedIn and AI to understand what my ideal customer persona is engaging with and interested in to inform a content strategy for syndication. So I had a call this week about somebody who was trying to work with FTSE 500 companies in the ESG space, and how do they get their content in front of that audience, and how do they produce content that's going to engage them and kind of be interesting. So I wanted to take you through the exact process that I ran to do that. So switching to my screen, here you can see Sales Navigator. So I've run a pretty simple search here. I've got an account list of the Fortune 500 companies. I've kept this to the UK just for this demonstration purposes, and then I've put in the keyword of ESG. It's given me 3,000 results, and these look right to me. Head of Compliance and ESG at Adecco Group, Associate Director Sustainability and ESG at Lloyds Banking Group, Vice President ESG and Sustainability at Goldman Sachs, Head of ESG at Barclays. So these seem to be the appropriate target audience. So as I'm sure many of you know, you can go on to connect with these people, engage with them, find their emails, reach out to them, cold call them, so on and so forth. But I wanted to look at specifically what data can you analyze to understand what your target customer, what your target audience is really interested in. So I use a tool, full disclosure, brand ambassador for them. If anyone's interested, happy to chat them through. But it's called Phantom Buster. Phantom Buster's a brilliant tool, allows you to scrape all types of data all over the world. But effectively what I did is I took those 3,000 profiles and I scraped all of the activity that they had either posted about, commented about, or reacted to on their profiles, and I did the last 20 engagements. You can do as many as you like, but I did the last 20, the post, comments and reactions for all of those 3,000 users. Now what that results in is a full list here of all of the content that they've engaged with. So this is all of the senior ESG people, all of the comments, all of the likes, all of the shares, the posts that they've been engaging with. And it's really, really insightful data. So it tells you the type, is it an article, is it an image, text, video, so on and so forth. How many likes, you can see some of these are huge likes, huge kind of comments, reposts. When it was done, so that's 4 years ago, that's 9 months ago, that's 1 month ago. What the action was by your prospect, so did they like it, did they comment it, so on and so forth, and a lot of different information here that you can see. So if they placed a comment, what was the comment, and you can kind of go through that. It also links you out directly to the post, so I'll switch to one of these. If you wanted to manually go through all of these posts, you can do. But here you can see, Ecosia did some cool video on power of urban trees, and you can see that somebody within the target audience kind of commented on this. So, armed with that data from my ideal customer persona, I've then exported that and imported it into OpenAI's ChatGPT, and I've asked it to do some things. I've asked it to summarize the top 10 topics that are engaged with, and that you can measure engagement by the columns like count, comment count, and repost count, and that you should apply weighting regarding these engagement levels as follows. Like count is a 1 times multiplier, comment count 1.25, and repost count 1.5. Now I won't go through all of the prompt, but effectively what this ends up doing is giving you the topics that are most engaged with and that people are interested in. So then using that data from the target audience, I've asked it to write a LinkedIn post that would be engaged with my target audience. and I've also asked it to come up with some other topics. So there's a few rounds of iteration and improvements. You know, this example, like making it a lot shorter, including some data points. But you can see even at the early stage, you know, a compelling hook, changing finance is all about more than money. And here is where I've got to so far. Money Talks How to Manage Your Bank, and it's included some statistics and given you a post there, which obviously you can go on to refine and, you know, improve. Now, the purpose of this exercise is to take a theoretical ideal customer profile and make it a reality. So rather than making up names, you know specifically that you are trying to talk to Beth Harvey or you're trying to talk to Caroline Boone with your offering, with your messaging, but also understanding what Caroline, what Beth are already engaging with, what's at the top of their mind, what are they interested in, what are the comments they're making, what are they liking on, what's kind of going viral that's, you know, really interesting to them and some of your audience. And by being able to scrape that data, analyze it, in this case using ChatGPT, but you can obviously manually go through all of these posts should you wish to give you an indication of what they might be interested. I believe it's a really powerful way to get an insight into your target audience. Now, this is one example that I've used, ESG at FTSE 500, but obviously the strategy can be applied to AML, KYC, film editing, whatever it might be, to ensure that your outbound messaging, whether that's from your BDRs or your sales reps, on either connection requests, cold emails, telephone calls, or whether it's your content strategy that you're producing, is much more personal, tailored, and likely to resonate with your target audience because you've analysed the data that tells you this is the type of stuff that they're interested in, this is what they're engaging with. Hope that was useful. Any questions? Yeah, happy to chat.